right?
All work and no play.
Have you ever heard of the
really
sentence?
bad.
Have you ever heard of a sentence? All work and no play makes
Never.
Tom a dull boy.
No. I've never heard it before. Yeah.
Well, it's quite common. It's just
Is
like
it idiom?
Yeah, not an idiom. It's like a saying. Not an idiom, like I said.
Just
but
a saying.
It means if you just play, you just work, and you don't have a balanced life, then you would be, let's say.
Yeah, I experienced that before.
You'll be a dull person. You'll be a dull person. A dull person. You know dull?
Dull?
U-L-L. Dull.
Dull.
Yeah.
D-U-L-L.
Yeah, dull person.
Oh. Yeah, I know the word.
Yeah, dull is just like you're going to be a boring person.
Okay.
All right, good. All right, so we're going to talk about this one. Let's move on. Our goal is to learn about the importance of playing. Okay. All right, here we go. So this starts work and play. Let's have a little brainstorm right here. Exercise your brain. What comes to your mind when you hear the word work or play? This started with work. What comes to your mind when you hear the word work?
Work, like very tired.
How about this start with people? Okay. Who comes to your mind? Whose name comes to your mind? Or thing? Whose name comes to your mind when it comes to the word work?
My boss.
Okay, my boss. And what about actions?
Work.
Works. Okay. All right. There's probably an object, not an object, right? Because work is an intransitive verb. You don't need an object.
It's verb, yeah.
Okay, let's move on to place. Where do you see him work? Where do you think every time you think about work, your boss is working already? Where is he working?
At his office.
At his office, okay. And for time?
Whole day.
Whole day? Oh, wow. He is a workaholic.
Yeah.
Workaholic. How do you spell workaholic? Is that how you spell workaholic? I'm pretty sure.
W-O-R-K. Holic. I don't know. I'm not sure if they should be put in the middle.
I think that's right. Workaholic.
Workaholic. Okay.
You know the word, right?
I know.
Yeah. Okay.
Like you're really addicted to working like this.
Good word. Addicted. Fantastic. All right, good. How come I've never had a class with you before? Which class is this one? Which is this class? Is it your first, second, third class?
Second.
It's only your second. That's why. Who did you have in your first class?
Was
it a long time ago?
Yeah, like 2 weeks before, and I forgot her name.
Is it a male teacher or is it a female teacher?
Female teacher.
Okay.
And she's living in U.S. and I really forget about her name.
Is it Kimberly?
Oh yeah, Kimberly. How do you know? So smart.
Well, I actually introduced her to this company, so she's a friend of mine. We used to work together.
Okay, yeah, Kimberly. Yeah.
What a small world.
Yeah, she's a great teacher. I like her.
Fantastic. I'll make sure I pass that on to her.
Thanks.
Yeah, she's great. That's why I recommended her.
Yeah, she's very nice.
Okay. So let's make a sentence right here. My boss
works at his office all day.
Okay. So for your level, I think we can embellish this lesson, at least sentence a little bit. You know the word embellish?
Embellish? No.
Yeah.
Never heard it.
Embellish is in a way, to decorate.
Okay.
So what do you you cannot decorate a sentence, right? You decorate your house. Embellish is to make something more beautiful by adding decorations to it.
Okay.
You can also, when some people that tell stories, they just tell it straightforward. They don't add, crazy stuff into the story. But if you embellish a story, you make it more interesting by adding details that are not true.
Embellish. Okay.
Yeah, for example, something happened and then your colleague is trying to embellish the story by making you look ugly,
but embellish can only use on to make sentence more interesting. Can I use embellish decorate
it is actually that's its
a tree
first
like
meaning.
This? Can I do that?
Meaning. Yes, that's the first meaning. You can say the dress For example, if a dress, we like to put little things on the dress, accessories. The dress was embellished with gold threads. It's possible.
Okay, I see. Embellish. Okay.
The literal meaning of the word embellish is to add decorations. The figurative meaning of the word embellish is to add details into a sentence.
Okay.
So for me, to embellish a sentence, I think we can add adjectives and adverbs. These function words will make your sentence more interesting and precise. For example, your boss. If you can give me an adjective to describe what your boss is like, your sentence will be more lively. So what kind of word would you use to describe this boss of yours? It could be about his personality. It could be about his attitude.
Like very, he is handsome and
really?
hardworking, and he's not very old.
Okay, my handsome boss works. Okay, works is a verb here. Now we need an adverb. Now, how would you describe when he's working? How would you describe his work actually? How does he work? Does he work diligently, or does he work
diligently?
Consciously. That's also another one.
No, diligently.
Diligently. Okay. My handsome boss works diligently at his office all day. That's much better.
Yes.
Okay, so we embellished your sentence by adding an adjective and an adverb. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
All right, let's move on. We're going to have more reading questions. Actually, let's choose a few to discuss first, and then we'll move on to the lesson, the article, and then if we do have more time, we can come back. Here we go. First one. Children should spend most of their days studying. Agree or disagree?
Children should spend most of their days studying. No,
you don't have children yet, right? You're very young.
Yeah. I'm still single.
Okay. All right. Children, what do you think?
Disagree.
You disagree. Okay.
Yeah.
Why so?
Because I think they should have their childhood.
Okay. They should have their childhood.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, we have a childhood right here, which is a noun. What kind of childhood do they deserve?
Happy.
There you go. Much better. See, you didn't before you define what it was. Everybody had a childhood. For kids who work in a Vietnamese factory for maybe 5 cents an hour, he has a childhood. It's a miserable.
Yeah.
So it's important to have a key word right here. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Bear in mind with that. Okay, good. And another technique I would like to share with you is when you answer a why question, it is actually preferable that you repeat the question. Then you say because. So in that case, when I say children spend most time of their day studying, you say you disagree with that, and I say why? You say, well, I disagree with that because. Okay. Better. Okay. All right. Number 2, children should study at home at least 2 or 3 hours every night.
Children should study at home at least 2 or 3 hours every night. Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay. Why?
I agree because I think it's better for their future.
Okay, would you like to elaborate?
Elaborate.
Do you want to elaborate?
Like to say the details.
Exactly. Before you move on, let me show you how to remember this word. You can see the word, because when I teach English, I also like to teach students to recognize the parts, prefix, suffix, and roots. If you look at this word, you can see the word labor, hiding.
Yes.
So to put in more efforts to tell people more, that is to elaborate.
Elaborate.
Yes.
Okay.
So if somebody says something interesting and you're intrigued, you can say, that's interesting. Do you mind elaborating on that? Could you elaborate? Actually, you can just say, could you elaborate?
Could you elaborate?
Yes.
Okay.
Once you work with your colleagues and somebody says some interesting idea, you say, hey, I find that idea quite interesting. Can you elaborate? That's better. Okay, so would you elaborate? What do you think is better for your their future?
They should balance study and their casual time.
Okay, study and casual time.
Yes.
Okay, very good. All right. That doesn't really explain why it is better for their future, but you moved on to say that they should balance their study and casual time, and by balancing their study and casual time, what's going to come out from that? Once they balance their study and casual time,
and they should have a happy childhood.
But that's not bad. See, you digressed from your topic. Your topic, remember, your topic said it was better for their future.
Yeah.
But you went back to happy child. Don't worry. I'm not criticizing them. I think it's still good, but I'm helping you to make it better.
I know.
Okay.
They should balance their study and casual time. How can I get back to a future fit?
Well, it all relates. It's all. I think what it leads to a development of a wholesome personality. A wholesome personality. Wholesome. Do you know wholesome?
Wholesome.
Wholesome is complete and healthy.
Okay.
That's wholesome. Yeah, a wholesome personality. And with education, with good education and good knowledge, they could get a better job and a stable job with a high pay, for example. Then they will be able to sustain their life and at the same time help people who are in need. That's a better future.
Okay.
Right? That's an example. Okay?
Okay.
Good. All right. So let's do. Oh, speaking of lists, I'd like to share with you one because when I was browsing on Facebook at this little post, it says if parents should spank, corporal punishment. It's called corporal punishment. Corporal punishment. Do you know corporal punishment?
Like they punish their children physically.
Yeah, spanking, because corporal means bodily, means about your body. So corporal punishment is spanking them. Do you think parents should spank their children?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they should. They should do the corporal punishment on their children.
They should have corporal punishment. And then I was reading all the comments, and then most people agree with you and me, and I left a message right there I'd like to share with you. Okay, are you ready?
Okay. Yeah.
I said things a lot of people liked my post, and I said, if you raise your kids, then you can spoil your grandkids. But if you spoil your kids, you have to raise your grandkids.
Oh, you're so smart.
That's pretty witty, right? Very witty.
Yeah.
It makes sense, right? If you spoil your kids, then they're not going to be responsible adults.
Yes, of course.
And then you have to raise your grandkids.
Grandkids, yeah.
That's a lot of hard work. Okay, all right, good. So, thank you. I just want to share that with you. We've done 2 questions. Let's move on to the article itself before we run out of time. It's there 4 vocabs. The first one, can you read it for me? Do you want me to read it to you?
Unruly.
Correct. Very good. And as I've explained, it is a combination of on plus rule. Okay. Li is just an adjective ending. You know, rule, like you can manage or dominate or control, right? But if a person or country, whatever, is unable, is not, so it's unable to be dominated, to be controlled, then it's gotta be very violent and difficult to control.
Okay.
Easy, right? Now you can remember this
really, word. Really easy to remember.
Yeah, welcome to my class of, what is that called? 单字密码. I where I decode.
I like it.
Okay. Well, I actually run a class. It's called 大会堂. 大会堂 has a class when I do 单字密码. So if you're interested and you have time, you can join that class. Okay.
The class. Is the class also in this program?
Yeah, you mean
or is that a platform? Different platform.
Yeah, it's right here. It's right here.
It's right here. Okay.
Yeah, it's just 大会堂. But if you need more details. Okay, let me ask you 2 questions.
All right.
Do you know, are you a member of the Pocket Tutor? 口袋家教.
No, I don't think so.
Do you use Line?
Because this is my trial class.
You said this is a trial class. What does that even mean?
This is my trial class because I didn't buy a lot of classes. I just buy 2 of the class and say this can be my trial class.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see. Fantastic. Okay.
So this is the second one and also the last one.
I'll let you know. So far, I hope you're satisfied with it. This service is called the Pocket Tutor. Basically, it's a Line app. You just have to be there part of it, and you can ask us any questions you want at any time about English. And it's a service. I am responsible for answering all the questions up there. So you'll be like communicating with me. And also we have a Facebook group. You can also browse some interesting posts, jokes, or English right there for you. Probably there's not much for you to learn, I guess. A lot of English right there is easy, but there's a lot of funny jokes. It's just kind of it can give you a break from your tedious day at work.
That would help.
What I was going to tell you is that there's another system, because you can have individual classes like this, you can have group class like this, you can also have a lecture whole class where I and there's another teacher, I will be running my class. It's called the vocabulary. I don't know. I just call it 单字密码. So basically, I will be introducing how you can memorize. Well, you don't have to memorize. You just have to. You can decode the word. You just have to recognize the prefixes and the suffixes and stuff like that. And you can. Let me demonstrate one of the words that I always use to show students how powerful this technique is. And the word is kind of like the longest English word. It is really useless, I know, but I memorize it so that I can demonstrate the power of the text. The word contains 45 letters. 45 letters. And the word is... Yeah, you probably know that working at the pharmaceutical company. It's pneumonia ultramicroscopic silicon volcanoconiosis.
What does that even mean?
See? Let me spell it to you. And before I start, I want to share my meeting window with you so that you know. The thing is, when we are typing, we have to finish typing everything and click enter before the word pops out on your computer. But right now, I'm sharing my screen with you so you can see every single letter that I'm typing. Okay? So the word is new, mono, ultra, microscopic, silicon, volcano, coniosis. There you go.
Okay. I've never seen it before.
Okay, but if I break it down to you, you probably go, oh, yeah. First of all, PNEUE. Pneue, pneumono. Pneumono means lungs. Pneumonia? Remember the word pneumonia?
Yes.
Okay. And then the second part of the word is ultra. Ultra means extra, very, extra. Ultra, extra. Next one, micro. We know micro. What does micro mean?
Very small.
Small, yes. Scopic. Scope. What's scope?
Scope means like. Scopic means what is that?
Scope, like range.
Okay,
range. Telescope. Scope. Silico. You know silico?
Silico is kind of a like silicon.
Yeah, it's a semiconductor. Okay, semiconductor. Silicon, that's right. And volcano, we know volcano, right? Volcano is the, where lava shoots out from it. Lava shot out from. Okay. And coniosis is a disease. Coniosis is a common ending for disease.
That means a disease.
It means it's a disease. You probably have seen other words that has the osis ending. Coniosis. You have, right? Disease. Okay.
Osis,
So putting all the elements, all the words together, you get the meaning of this word. This condition, this disease actually refers to miners who work in mines that are near a volcano, and they are breathing in a large amount of very small silicone particles, and these particles are penetrating holes in your lungs, you know. And I'm gonna go technical with you. The little parts, the small air sacs in our lungs. Let's see if you know this word. It's called the alveoli. 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 Yeah.
Alveoli.
Yeah, those are little tiny. Because this is, you know, when we breathe in, right? We have this trachea.
Yeah.
Trachea is your windpipe, and you go to your bronchus. And
so you will be suffocated.
You will have a hard time breathing. You know, breathing becomes more and more difficult because you do breathe in, but the air is not efficiently used in your lungs. And this is a disease that would eventually lead to death. So they come up with this disease, this name, to describe the process and the condition. So the whole word is put together. But of course, we don't really see this word being used in real life that often.
Never.
But I do use this word to demonstrate how easy it is to memorize, to tackle long words. The longer, the easier. The shorter, the harder.
Okay.
All
Got
right.
it.
All right. Good. So that's unruly we're talking about. Now let's move on to the second one. Can you read this one?
Surmise.
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 Yes. What does it mean, man? Can you read the definition?
Can I read it?
Can you read it? Can you see it? Oh, you can. Oh, sorry. Can you
I
see the
can't
definition?
see.
Right here. Can you see it now?
Yes. To guess that something is true using the information you know.
Yes, surmise. Okay. Surmise means to guess. It's a formal word. Meaning to guess.
Okay. To guess. Okay.
Yes, to guess. Okay, very good.
All right. Surmise.
Do you know the word?
Paramount.
Very good. Paramount. Can you read this word? Can you read the definition?
More important than anything else.
Very good. The word para means around, or means by.
Around.
Yeah, by, around, or by. And then
mount means to put something on.
Yeah, mount. Yeah, but mount as a root. That's the thing. Some roots can be a word, but they can be a root. The meaning as a root is different from the meaning as a word. I'll give it a quick example. Port. You know what a port is, right?
Yeah.
The port as a root, it means to carry. The meaning of the word port that you know actually also derives from its root meaning, which is to carry. Why? Because port is a place where people carry goods. Import is to carry in. Export is to carry out. Okay? So it's carry. A porter is a person who carries your luggages for you. That's a porter. Okay? So paramount means more important than everything. More important than anything else. That's paramount. Okay? Number 4.
Wanting. Something that is wanting lacks or misses something that it needs special attention or importance.
Yes, that's a very special word, right? Most people don't even know wanting means lack.
Oh, it means lack. Okay, wanting means lack.
Yeah, but it's very...
because you don't have it, so you want it like this?
Probably, yeah. That's a good way of memorizing it. You got a very good talent for that. For learning.
Thank you.
Good. I remember seeing a really nice saying about wanting. I can't remember that now. That's how I learned the word wanting, meaning lacking. If I remember it, I would like to share it with you.
That's all right.
Okay. Anyway.
Let's move on.
Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay. I'm going to ask you to read this passage. We have several passages to read, and this.
Oh, so many paragraphs. Okay.
Actually, 3 and 4. 4 passages.
4. Okay.
Let's see how much we can complete. And after you finish reading, let me know if you have any questions, and we'll continue from there. Okay.
Okay.
You can start.
According to a study released this week, unruly children in schools may simply suffer from too much work and too little play. The study examined more than 10,000 elementary school students between the ages of 8 and 9 in the U.S. and discovered that children behave markedly better when allowed at least a 15-minute break during the school day. More recess resulted in children who were even better behaved. Okay, so I have questions.
Go ahead.
Okay. I don't know the vocabulary. Markedly.
Oh, by the way, did you say vocabularies?
Yes.
We don't count the word vocabulary. Okay?
Okay.
You don't count the word vocabulary. Just you can say vocabulary words or just words.
Words or vocabulary. Like
yeah,
this.
Vocabulary is like a general term for new words.
Words.
Yeah,
okay.
For words. That's right. For words.
Words.
Okay.
I don't know the words. Yeah, markedly. I don't know that, and also the other one, races. More races like. Races resulting in children who were even better behaved. Yeah, that one.
Okay. Recess means break.
Break. Okay.
Yes. Okay, break time. Again, that's easy to remember.
Races.
No, recess. Recess. Recess.
Recess.
Yeah,
recess.
Re means back. Recess means go. So recess, go back means you want to take a break.
Okay.
In America,
recess.
It's American English. In America, you have a recess between two periods. First period math and the second period science. You have a recess. Okay.
Recess. Okay.
Recess. You were saying?
Recess.
Yes.
No. Okay.
Recess also means that you can see this word when it's a noun. It's a recession. It refers to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when the economy is not good, right? That's a recession. Yes. And let's see. It's a good word to know because if you can start to you recognize the root says, you will see how you have learned the other words and they make new meanings. They make new meanings of words like prog. Oh no. What else? Let's see.
Process.
Progress. Process. Yeah, process is also. Pro means forward. Right. So process is going forward. Meaning the process. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Procedure. Cool. Procedure is also from this word. What else? What other s's are there? Success. S-U-C-C-E-S-S.
Oh, success.
Success is actually down. Sub. It comes from the word sub. Sub is like subway, submarine. Go down. What does go down mean? Another meaning of word success is to continuing your parents' properties. To be the heir of your parents' properties. So you're a successor of your parents' property. And I think it's quite a funny thing to know that perhaps once you do success your parents' properties, or for it to be a mansion, for it to be a huge amount of money, then you're practically successful right away because you got a lot of money. So that could be how the words are connected.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have recess. I'm pretty sure there are other words that has. I can't really remember sass words now, but yeah, that's dissect. Not dissect. What is it? Congress. Consess. No. What else? Concession. You can have that's fast. Concession. Concession like comes together. Concession, to concede. It actually means concede. You can see another verb is C-E-D is also a variation of the word C-E-S-S. Seed.
C.
Yeah, seed is also go.
Okay.
Seed, and there's another one. They're all related. C-E-D-E, C-E-E-D. Okay. So if you concess, it means you move away together. You go away together. So if you make a concession or if you concede, you kind of like you agree to let somebody have something. That's like Taiwan was ceded. We use the word ceded. Taiwan ceded to Japan when China lost the war against it.
We use ceded to say that.
Yes, ceded.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. All right. Next one. So markedly, you can see the word marked.
Markedly.
Ly is just making it an adverb. So marked means, when you mark something, you put a mark on it. You know the word mark? You put a mark on it. So it's a spot. It's probably a logo. That's why you use a whiteboard marker. It's a marker because you make
Can you pronounce that again?
I'm sorry?
Can you pronounce once again?
Which word?
Markedly.
Markedly. Yeah, marked. You can say the word marked first. Marked.
Marked.
But I think right here you want to say markedly because it's too much. It's too much, too little sound. Markedly. Yeah.
Markedly.
But this word is just as it's a synonym of the word noticeably. Noticeably.
Okay.
Or from the word noticeable. Yeah.
Okay.
So the sentence and discovered that children behave markedly better. It means they are much more obviously better, noticeably better, remarkably better. You can also remarkably.
Remarkably.
Yeah, I think remarkable is much more common than markedly.
Yeah, remarkably is more common.
Well, the difference is remarkable means it's good, it's positive. Markedly doesn't suggest, it doesn't have the connotation of being
it just emphasizes that
it's noticeable.
It's noticeable. Okay.
All right, let's move on to the second one. Here we go.
Okay. The researchers conducting the study surmised that children use creativity and imagination when on the playground. Kids further learn how to socially interact with one another, as well as develop problem-solving skills. Therefore, recess plays a paramount role in the education of children. Child psychiatrists agreed with the study's findings, describing the learning environment engendered when children are at play.
Okay, very good. Do you know the word?
Engendered. Engendered.
What's gender?
Gender, like female, male.
Yeah, okay. So would you know where that even comes from? It comes from the word gene, G-E-N.
G-E-N.
Okay, gene, you probably don't know what G-E-N is, but you definitely know the word that comes from it, G-E-N-E, gene.
Yeah, of course.
So genetic. So gene comes from the word gen. Gen meaning produce. It has two major meanings. The first one means produce.
Because,
we are formed from genes.
Genes, yes.
So you have words like generate.
Okay, yeah.
To produce.
Yeah.
You also have the word generator, and also what else? General means you have a lot. It's very common. It's general. Generic medicine. It's common. You don't need a
generic medicine. That's what I'm doing now.
Exactly. See, this is great. What I really like to do is to help students who are already having these different, knowledge of different words, and then they never realize how these words are actually related.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
generic.
I'm helping to put the dots together, connectedness. So the gen has a second meaning. It means honorable, noble. For the words like gentle. General, another one meaning of general, gentleman, and there are other ones I can't really remember them, but that's two major meanings of the word. So gender, as like you said, sex, but in gender, when you put in the beginning, it means to activate. Activate, to start. So when you start to produce, it means to make something. The word, literal meaning, if you look at the parts of the word, it means to start to produce. And the meaning of this word is to be the cause of something. If something engenders something, the A is the cause of B.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, learning environment engendered when children are at play. Okay, so it is engendered. So learning environment is being produced. What is the cause? The cause is what?
The cause.
When children are at play. Right? When they are playing.
Cause. Yeah. When children are at play. Is that a cause? Why?
No, what is it called? Yeah, why? Because did you read the article? You read that, right? You said that the study surmised, they hypothesized. That's another one you should know. Do you know the word hypothesize?
It's like a guess.
Yes, so surmised, hypothesized, they assumed, okay? Assumed. I can also tell you the difference between assumed and presumed, but we don't have time.
That's all right.
Okay, assumed and presumed. Okay, so they hypothesized that children can use creativity and imagination when out on the playground. And that is true because, think of ourselves. When we were playing, we used to be able to come up with rules, games. We were using our imagination, we're using our creativity, and we're exercising our brains. So kids who further learn how to socially, they also learn how to interact with one another. You go first, it's my turn, hey, why you take my stuff? So they're learning how to socialize with each other, as well as develop problem-solving skills. Like, we have 5 people, this is a game of 4, how do you solve this problem? Is it going to be paper, scissors, rock? Is it going to be I go first, you never get to play? It's all it's all, interweaving. So you have all these skills. And therefore, research actually plays a paramount role in the education of children. And child psychiatrists, you don't say psychiatrist, psychiatrists.
Psychiatrist.
Do you know what a psychiatrist is?
Like a mental doctor.
Yes, correct. They agree with the study's findings describing the learning environment engendered when children are at play. So when they're playing, then they have a learning environment. You think they're playing, they're actually developing all sorts of skills. Okay?
Okay.
Do you want to continue and finish this one?
Okay, let's finish this one.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. In recent years, though, research has gotten the access to many schools, in part because of an increased emphasis on plays and tests. More attention has been placed on academics, especially when standards were compared on an international level, and American children were found wanting. Thus, was no child left behind, created by the Bush administration in 2001 in an attempt to help U.S. kids become more academically competitive with their international peers. Schools with poor test results were penalized, unfortunately, as a result to boost scores. Students study more and played less.
Okay, very good. Questions?
Questions?
I would expect you not to understand.
Yeah. So smart.
That's the first one. Anything else?
Just this one, I guess.
Okay. You know an X, right?
I know.
Okay. It's an idiom now, actually. So if you got the X, it means you are going to, for example, dismiss the system. Okay? It means you are not going to use the system or the service. It gets the X. You know, X is kind of like you want to try to chop it down.
Yeah.
So
that is a verb here. Is that a verb here or is it not?
It's not a verb. It's a phrase. Get I guess you can call that
get the X.
A verbal phrase. Yeah, actually, it's an idiom. It's an idiom.
Okay, so get the
So
X.
if you have a plan, a system, or a service that gets, the system gets the X. It means it doesn't chop other people. It actually has to be read off.
Okay.
It has to be, like to be removed. So it says right here, in recent years, the recess has gotten the X. What does it mean? Is recess disappearing, or the school is disappearing?
Recess has
gotten the X.
Many schools. So
recess. Yes. Whatever is gotten the X's is leaving. It's going away. It's getting removed. Okay. So it means more and more schools are having less and less recess. And in part, means partially, not majorly. It's not the main reason, but partially it means it is because of an increased emphasis placed on tests. So tests are more important. And you can see this picture right here. This is a PISA test.
Yeah.
You're familiar with that test?
Pizza test. No.
It's not about pizza though.
Okay, pizza test results.
Yeah, it stands for Program for International Student Assessment.
Okay.
So a lot of Taiwanese students are actually quite keen on taking this test, and as you can see, Taiwan actually performed quite outstandingly. We are ranked number 4 in the world.
Oh no, poor kids.
Singapore number 1, number 2 Japan. And you can see a major.
Singapore is terrible.
A majority of them is actually centered around Asia, right? So you can see how we encourage kids to study as much as they can. So that's the thing. Okay. So yeah, that's this paragraph. If you understood everything, I'm not gonna go for it word for word. Just let me know if there's anything you want me to explain or to elaborate.
No, I think it's okay.